we'll talk about all things Manchester with City and indeed United with talkSPORT's Manchester correspondent Micky Gray. Micky, a very good morning, mate. How are you?
Coisty, Andy, good morning.
Morning, Mick.
Micky, listen, we've got obviously problems at Manchester City, problems at United. I've had a quick look at my clock. We've got an hour and 51 minutes to go in the show. You carry on, mate. You take it away for as long as you want.
Yeah, I think I need a little bit more than that, I have to say. I mean, let's start with Saturday. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Manchester City at the moment. I mean, everybody's trying to pinpoint what the problem is. Is the players too old? Does he need a revamp? As that domination over the last decade, I suppose, has it come to an end? Does he need to freshen things up in January? I think Pep Guardiola looks a little bit jaded and tired at the moment. We've never seen him like this before. He's saying he can't come up with the answers, but I think you can't take anything away from Aston Villa on Saturday. I thought they were absolutely outstanding, the way they started the game. And they're just making little mistakes, City, at the moment, that we've never seen before. And they're getting punished for it. And every single week, they're just scratching their head, wondering how they're going to turn things around. And they've got Everton up next, who had a decent result against Chelsea as well. So I just don't know where it's going to end. And
do you know? Oh, Mick, I don't know if we've lost you there.
No, I'm here.
You're still there, mate. Sorry, pal. Mick, do you know? Even the start of the game, I just literally sat myself down on the stool on the gantry alley, hadn't we?
Incredible.
And Gvardiol nearly handed one to John Duran on a plate within about 10 seconds. You know, and then
from the corner, the goalkeeper is a world-class save.
What a save that was, Ortega. It was incredible. But that kind of, a microcosm of City at the minute, Mick, that they could be so calamitous right from the kickoff.
Yeah, they've made more mistakes, I suppose, in the last 12 games than I think we've seen over the last 4 seasons when they picked up the Premier League title. He's obviously got injuries. I think we know that. But it can't just be down to Rodri not being in the starting 11 because in the past he's always came up with the answers.
Yeah.
I know he's tried Rico Lewis and Kovacic there at the weekend. I don't think that's working. He's brought Gundogan back to Manchester City. I don't think he's the same player he was before he went to Barcelona. He looks a little bit leggy. I mean, we all know what it's like when you get to your late 30s. When young lads are starting to run past you, as good as you think you are, as quick as you are, you just can't get there anymore. And, he's looked and he's tried younger players and brought them into the first team. But I think because of the situation they find themselves in the moment, he can't just do that because he'll just ruin the younger players. So it's up to the squad that he's got. He's always worked with a younger squad. But they're just not getting the service to Haaland. When they do get the service to Haaland, he's not putting the ball in the back of the net. I think it's no goal in 6, which is the longest he's went since he's been at City. So I don't know where the answers are going to come from. I think now they're chasing top 4. They're certainly not chasing the title.
No. It's amazing, Micky, because one of the things I noticed as well, and you know what it's like when we're looking at everything City now, we're dissecting everything. But you mentioned it there. I just think there's a lack of energy about them. I watched them with about 10, 15 minutes to go, and I'm thinking to myself, they've got to go and try and chase a game. They've got to try and close people down, and they're not doing it. And I'm looking at the middle of the park. I'm looking at Gundogan, Kovacic, and the opposite. I'm looking at Onana and Camara and Rodgers, and the energy levels. The difference in the energy levels was remarkable, mate.
Well, I think if you look at the coaches as well now, Unai Emery is a fantastic coach and he's done a brilliant job at Aston Villa. I think in the past, maybe Pep's got away with it because he's the one who's been able to work out coaches and the sides that they played against. I think now coaches, younger coaches and the enthusiasm they've got now, they're starting to work City out. Yeah. It's been really difficult. And you have to also think that these players have just known success. Every single week and every single season, they've picked up every single trophy that you can think of. So they don't understand what it's like to lose. Yeah, they've lost the odd game, the odd 2 games in a row. But, when you're thinking 9 in 12 games that they've lost now, the players just don't know where to turn. They're looking at the manager for answers. They're not coming up with the answers. He's changing his back 4 a lot more than he has done. I know that comes down to injuries as well. But these players are the ones who've helped him in the past, and they're just not able to do it at the moment. You don't know whether it's got anything to do with 115 counts away from the football. Are they allowed to go into this January window and spend money? Because I think they need at least 4 or 5 players to come into Manchester City. They're going into a successful dressing room, but it's going to cost them a lot of money.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.